Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 3 of my all-in-one collectibles guide for The Last of Us Part 2. In this video we're going to cover the whole chapter of Seattle Day 2. It's 4 sub-chapters. If you want to skip to a specific sub-chapter or anything like that, there are timestamps as usual in the description, so you can just jump around and find anything you may have missed. Right, we're here in Hillcrest. This is the very beginning of Hillcrest. I've just shown you the intro to it there. As soon as you start, turn around, jump down this... into this puddle, I suppose. Collapsed bit of road. I couldn't seem to get Ellie to jump onto the back of this truck. It was weird. But basically you're going to smash this window open and you're going to find a trading card. So this is quite a long subchapter. This is Hillcrest, and then the Seraphites, the third subchapter, is also very long as well. The middle one, Finding Strings, is fairly short, and the final one, St. Mary's Hospital, doesn't have any collectibles at all. So I'm going to be linking this one together. I'm going to be stringing all these collectibles together, not skipping, because it is quite confined, this first bit. I will be skipping at some point, so if you come into this building here, you're going to find some supplements, and then straight away go out and round into the actual main part of the building. Through this door, you're going to find some more. So yes, I will be skipping in points, but yeah, if they're all together in little towns, there's little town sections like this. I'll be putting them all together so you know exactly where you're going. So there was 7 and then there was 3. And that's all of that. So now we're going to go jump out the window, we're going to go across the road or the street, look for this van. I'm going to go down into the cellar of this clothes shop. And you can obviously see the workbench there. That will already have counted at this point. You don't need to interact with them.
It's pretty good.
You're going to find this note here. There are supplements to the right, and then if you keep following the shelves along the right, you're going to find a lot of weapon parts. 27, in fact, that is quite a lot. And then obviously you have the workbench at the end on the right hand side. I'm just going to interact with it here. I'll cut this out, but I do some upgrades. Just a couple, because we are going to be using the shotgun, or I do, to clear some things out. So leaving this place, we're going to run across the street again. We're going to use sort of a zigzag pattern here into the laundromat. Go into this back room. And you've got a really obvious note here. It's more of a flyer, I suppose. So now we are going to cut. It's very close to where we've got. We basically go out the laundromat, head left, and you're going to jump over this van. There's going to be a little bit of a cutscene. Some guys are going to turn up. As soon as you get that's finished, drop off the van and you'll see this sign. Walk towards it, and that's going to be journal entry number 12. Now again, I'm going to link all these next ones together because there's quite a lot. So if you go into this coffee shop to the right, head right into the back, into the bathroom, the toilets, and jump into this vent here. You're just going to find 4 weapon parts as you drop into the kitchen. Kind of doesn't really seem worth it. You'd think there'd be a lot more in here as you have to find your way in. But nope. Just 4 weapon parts, really. Obviously there's other things if you need them. But anything to do with collectibles and trophies, that's it for that. So we're going to head out of here. And then we're going to go past the sign from before, right to the end of the street where it's collapsed again, and jump into this shop here. Quite a lot to find in this one. So you do have the supplements. Some are in the drawer here. I think there's 8 in here. Yeah, 8 in the drawer. And then there's 2 on the counter behind the counter. And then from the counter just turn around, and in the boxes, quite well hidden actually, is a trading card number 30, Sahir the Sorcerer. And then in the central console of this shop is going to be an artifact, a note. So I'm just going to link this one together, but we're nearly done for this area. I'm going to run back the way we came with a really awkward looking jump and go into this one. This one's next to the coffee shop. This is a kind of a bookstore. Go around to the back and you see a note here. You saw the gap in the wall there. That's how you continue on. I'm going to skip forward here. You're going to continue on. There's going to be an encounter with dogs and people. And then you're going to have to go through these red doors to continue on. So this is straight after the encounter. It's literally just happened. I'm leaving the area. So if you go through these red doors, you're going to find 4 parts on the shelves immediately to the right of you. So skipping forward slightly again, you're going to need to release this this green wheelie bin or dumpster. And from where you've released it, you'll see 3 parts on the floor. You do have to get that out to continue on. And then once you have, you're going to use it to jump over this wall. And as soon as you jump in this this wall here into this room, bicycle shop, you're going to see the very obvious workbench. So this is all story path. Again, this game is a lot more linear than it seems, which is fine. And then if you head to the back of this place, you're going to see a trading card which is being used in the spokes of this bike. And then into the next room, you're going to find an artifact and some weapon parts. So this next area is probably one of the bigger areas. There's a lot to find. So we're going to link it all together again so you don't get lost. It'd be quite hard to get lost anyway. But we're going to go out of the bicycle shop, straight ahead across the street into the liquor store. And then we're going to jump down here. Now there are 2 shamblers down here, so be prepared for that. I'm going to use traps. I'm going to show you roughly what I did or explain it. I'm not going to show it. There's 2 of them. You can use traps and sort of get their attention. So yeah, plant one there, get their attention, and then just throw a Molotov and use the shotguns to finish them off. And then straight ahead of where I was, go through the door. You're going to find 2 parts there. And then you're going to turn around.
That smell. I hate
You'll find 2 more parts here. And then I'm going to nearly run into a wall. Nope, not that way. You need to go through the wall first. And in here, you can find 10 supplements in the bathroom on the baby changing station yet again. And then jump over this wall and head upstairs into like a kid's bookstore. And you find training manual number 3, Precision. So from there we're going to continue on. We're going to jump out, do the same sort of pattern as last time. We'll jump out the window and go across the street in a zigzag kind of thing. There will be some enemies now. I'm just going to skip ahead here. Or not skip ahead, I'm going to phase it out. So I've just killed them. There was a few that came from the right hand side. You may have spotted them. Okay, go into this tattoo place. See some really obvious supplements here at the back. And then we're going to go into the back room
An actual tattoo
to find
shop.
a note. And then we're going to head outside for a bit of a trap. So we're going to move another wheelie bin or dumpster. And there are a lot of infected in here. 5, I think there are. So have a Molotov ready. Best way to deal with this is just have a Molotov ready, open the door and just chuck it in. And pick anyone off that comes for you. It was a bit of a weird animation, but it got the job done. So yeah, we're all clear. And once that's the case, go inside and you'll find a safe on the right hand side. The code being 308265. We haven't found the code yet. It's in a note later on, just before we leave this area. So obviously I'm telling you now, so you don't have to come back. But in this safe, we're going to be finding another holster. I believe this can be kind of random. I'm getting the long one. You may have got the short one when we were in downtown, or you may have got the long one, but either way you'll have them both now. So that just allows you to have 2 long weapons for quick select, and then there's also 9 parts in the back of here. And in this next room we have some more weapon parts and some more lovely supplements. So we're going to head back out and we're going to go in the room, the building to the left of the one we came out of. So this isn't the tattoo parlour, obviously it's a hair salon or something. There's going to be 8 supplements on the counter here. And then we're going to go across the road into the pet store, or a vet's probably more like, or a parlour, whatever. I suppose it is a pet store. And there's going to be 16 supplements directly ahead of you. And a note to the right. Now another shambler is going to appear. You probably hear it. You might hear it at this point. And there's a runner as well. They'll go into the bar. Potentially they'll just wander into the bar that we're going to go into next. So you might have to chase them down. I'm just going to do an edit here. So I've gone and killed them. I've come back. So we can continue on. So yeah, you'll probably find them in here. There'll be a shambler and a runner. Here they are. Or they may try and jump in the window, so be careful of that. Here is the note for the safe combo. So this is the way out as well. So if you turn around, you're going to see some supplements, and then you go through that door to continue on. So I'm going to fast forward again. Eventually you'll get to this fence. You'll have to creep round some or take them on, whichever. You'll jump over this fence and see this house on the left hand side. There's going to be a trading card here. So yeah, this isn't too far on. It's only a few minutes later. And then there's quite a bit to do inside this house as well. We've got the supplements on the coffee table. Then we've also got an artifact. This must be Boris's house. Maybe. And then from behind, straight away, there's another one. Just a flyer this time. And then we're going to go and get a new weapon, the bow. This is pretty much story related. Well, I think it is. I don't think you can miss this. But you have to go through this door to continue on. You're going to get grabbed, so have something with some stopping power ready. And just take this guy down. Completely miss his head. Get it the second time. And then he's got the bow on him, which you're going to have to prise from his corpse, literally. So that's also going to give you the recipe for arrows as well.
Yeah, this'll do.
I never noticed the doorway actually gets blocked off. Anyway, next next to this on the shelving is going to be some more weapon parts. So skipping ahead, you will jump over the fence. That's basically there's a little training area for the bow and arrow. You'll jump over here into this new section. There are a lot of enemies here. I've cleared them all out. So if you head to this house after you've cleared everyone out, it's quite hard to stealth this bit. Somebody will spot you eventually. There are dogs as well. Duck under this this garage door. You're going to find some weapon parts. And then we're going to go upstairs. Everything seems to be in this house alone. There's nothing in the other houses apart from just random ammo and crafting stuff. But there's no other collectibles in any other houses. Head upstairs. This is where they were shooting at you from, this house. And then underneath this bed is going to be the trading card. And then in the bathroom behind it, have some more supplements. So we are getting towards the end of this chapter now. This sub-chapter, it'll be on to Finding Strings shortly, which is another flashback chapter. So I'm just going to show you where we're going because it's kind of close to here, and it's quite confusing, this bit. Obviously it's all overgrown, all the houses look the same, but essentially you're looking for this corner. This is the way out. Head towards the black smoke. You see this garage. You have to leave this way. Go to the right hand side to leave. Grab these parts. You'll go outside to the right hand side. You'll slide down. That's the same building there. You'll slide down. There'll be a lot of enemies here. I've cleared them out for the most part. I couldn't clear these ones out because it would move the stage on. But if you jump down through here, just knock him out. And there's going to be 3 parts in here, and that is it for this chapter. That didn't go so well. So moving on, this is Finding Strings, the very next sub-chapter. We'll be going back in time. As soon as it starts, this is literally right at the start. As soon as it starts, go to the right-hand side, and there's journal entry number 13.
Okay, what's going on?
And then moving on, you're going to swap brothers. It won't be you and Tom anymore. It'll be you and Joel. You'll head to a hotel. You're heading for this this music store. You'll kind of jump over here. You'll have to do this, and you'll realise it's a dead end. But before turning around and going into the hotel, you head down here and grab this trading card. And then from here you're going to go into the hotel. It's very linear. And then once you've got gas masks on, you'll have to jump over this wall. It's shortly after you put your masks on. Jump over that wall. Look for room 107, which you do have to travel through. And there's a note here. And that is it for Finding Strings. We're on to probably the longest chapter. One of the longest chapters in the game, actually. The Seraphites. So this is right at the start. You've left the theatre. You have to go through this gate to go into the Seraphites chapter. So as soon as you go through here, look to the left. And this is how you would get up anyway. But instead of going to the right, we're going to go to the left and just get 10 weapon parts. And yeah, this is again is a one big area, so I'm going to link them all together like this, so you can just follow along. So yeah, you come down here. This is the way you need to go into this. Obviously, supposed to be kind of a 7-Eleven type deal. Go into the back room, the storeroom, and look for the weapon parts on this back shelf. And then before leaving this place, look for the shelves, the last ones on the right, to find a box of trading cards that only has the one left. And then from there, we're going to head outside and stay to the right and enter a new building. So yeah, this is a big area, this one, and it's a long chapter. Quite a few big areas. So stick to the right, enter this building, and you're going to see this scar graffiti. And that's going to be journal number 14. Then from there we're going to head upstairs using this ladder for a little bit of a puzzle to get into a bit of a secret room. So you can see there's a rope on the floor, or a cable. We're going to use that to swing into the next room because it's locked. So there will be a brick here, and there's a couple of bottles in this area as well if you need them. But basically you want to smash that piece of glass there, the first one with the pipe in front of it, or the drainage pipe, whatever it is. And you want to pick this rope up and throw it through where the glass was and over the pipe. And then you should be able to climb up. If it's too short, just try doing your throw again. It should be okay, but it can get kind of caught. And once it is okay, jump out and swing across into the next room. And then obviously shining there are the parts. Trading card to the right, and then just beyond the trading card is going to be an artifact as well. Now for one of the more interesting artifacts to find. It's actually dropped by an enemy. I think this is the only one that's dropped by an enemy. But if you go across the street, you jump out the window, go across the street. This place is full of there's clickers and runners in here, so they are going to come running out. Basically, get their attention, kill them. I think that one's a clicker at the back there. Running out of ammo here. This isn't going too well. There we go. So they will come pouring out to the right hand side as well. So just be careful of that. And then when you've killed, I think there's 4 of them. Here's the 4th. When you've killed the 4th one, I think it doesn't really matter who it is, but it's going to drop this artifact. So look out for it. If it isn't the last one that you've killed, go and search all of the bodies and you should find that artifact. Now we've cleared that place out, we might as well go and loot it. Some weapon parts right at the back. And then some supplements in the kitchen. So still from here, we're still on this area. We're going outside and we're looking for a taxi underneath a bridge. And that's going to have 6 parts next to it. Now to continue the story on, you would go to the right past that bin truck. But instead we're going to go into this building. This is completely optional, this building. There's lots to find in here as well. So to get up into it you need to climb up here. And this is going to get you into the this room, which is kind of a locked off one. And on the coffee table is going to be an artifact or dining table. bedroom. We've got quite a few things to get. We've got a trading card. There is a safe just to the left hand side of me. The code for this one is fairly obvious. The note talks about an anniversary, and it is marked on the calendar to the right hand side. Obviously I'm going to tell you what it is, but you can see here that this is in October, which is the 10th month, on the 8th, 30 years ago. So it's 8/10/83, but that's the English way of writing a date, or the European way. Weirdly, it's not the American way, so I don't know what's up with that. Usually, I think we've already done a date and it was the American way. So yeah, the days first, 8/10/83.
There.
Some supplements, and then we're going to go into a room, and this is another trap here, but we're going to lay a trap ourselves, or I am anyway, because I know it's going to happen. So it doesn't happen immediately, but there are 4 guys and girls in the room to the right hand side of me. It's locked now, but as soon as you interact with the workbench in this place, they're going to come and grab you. So I'm just going to put a little trap here. This unfortunately only kills one of them. So if you come in here and you interact with this this workbench, he will actually grab you from behind while you're working on it. But because I've laid that trap, it's going to kill the one that's supposed to grab me. So I'm going to interact and then quickly back out because they're already coming. You can hear the explosions going off. And then yeah, we've got the other 3 to deal with, which I'll just do quickly. Oh no, my axe broke. It's actually still on the counter. That's quite impressive. Level of detail there. Let's get this last one. Then now we want to get into their room. That's the main reason we're doing this. So the workbench will have counted as you entered anyway. There's the workbench. Into this room. Yeah, that didn't go so well for you, did it? And there is a lot of supplements here. Some in the drawer. And then there's some on the actual shelving as well. Training manual on the bed. Probably the most important thing in this room. And then there's going to be a note on the TV stand behind me. And then that's it for this area. So you're going to go back outside this building and then head to it'll be the left as you leave, but the right as you were coming up the street. Do a little bit of a puzzle with a bin, and eventually you'll climb up. And you'll see the hospital. You'll get this little bit of a cutscene, and then Ellie will automatically do this journal entry. This is story path. This will definitely happen. So yeah, don't worry, you're not going to miss this one. But when that does happen, this is Q to get ready for the next ones. So go into this next building. I'm going to jump down into another little secret room. You will need a weapon, a bottle or a gun or something to break this window. Can't get close enough to it, so once you've done that, jump in here. You can have the weapon parts. There's some in the drawer, and then obviously there to the right hand side as well. And then in this drawer you're going to find another trading card, and then that is it for this area. We're going to be moving on again. There's going to be more encounters. You're going to go through a really dark room with which is quite a good bit actually, and then eventually we get pushed out of a window by a runner, I think it is. You'll end up down here in the sewers. So that is literally you will get taken by the current, and you'll end up in this area. Go to the left, go under that, get a shotgun ready. There is a hidden one. Get ready to take that out, and then there's going to be 15 parts on this side. So continue on, and you'll come out of the sewer, and there'll be a big fight with some scars or seraphites, and then at the end of that encounter, come to this body at the bus stop. The hotel we're about to go in here is the way you have to go. So look for the hotel door. There's going to be a bus stop left of it. It's the first Seraphite fight that you have in the game. It's the one where you automatically get hit by an arrow. It's definitely going to happen. It will scare the crap out of you the first time it happens. But yeah, then once you've done that, go into this room. This is the way you have to come. So that bus stop, look out for it. And then head up these stairs, and it's in the opposite corner. There's going to be a trading card on the floor. And from there, we're going to go into the only room we can go in, at the top of the stairs. Number 201, is that? Yeah. Head to the back of this place to find some weapon parts. And now when you would jump out this window and you would jump down to carry on. Don't do that. Head up the fire escape and into another flat or apartment. Yeah, you're definitely going to want to come up here. There's a note, and there are a lot of supplements as well. $35 of them. And that's it for this part. So you're going to carry on. This is quite a lot later on. There's going to be another fight or a section, the bit from the demo where you sort of creeping through the woods and have all the scars and things. And then you're going to have that big fight with the guy in the shop with the axe. The one from the demo, the E3. Is it E3? I don't think it was E3. And then you'll come down here, down that ladder, drop into the water, and look for this. You have to come this way. You had to drop down that ladder. You had to go through that water, and then look for this Weston's Pharmacy, and find a trading card on the shelf. A note just over the counter. This is going to be the safe combo. You see it there on the bottom corner. I'm just going to grab 2 quick supplements before opening up the safe. Through here, and then you can see it there on the left hand side. We already know the combo for this one. And then inside of it we're going to have supplements, and then there's going to be some more supplements on the shelf behind us, just next to the table, the workbench. And then obviously the workbench is going to register when you get close to it anyway, but I just like to interact to make sure. And then that's going to be it for this area. We're going to move in on to another section you might recognise if you've seen all the demos that they did. This is the Vita Girl. So you'll swim through and eventually you'll get to this point. This is definitely going to happen. You have to come this way as you're heading towards the hospital. Cool little note. She's playing Hotline Miami, or was. Hell of a game. And then on the right hand side of where she was, 4 weapon parts. So moving on. We're still in that sort of demo place. We're outside the hospital. So I've cleared out this area. There are a lot of people here. So you would come through the door there into that grassy, where the windows with the grass growing up them. So look out for this tower. You're going to find 4 weapon parts. And then you're going to look out for a white tent. You can see it over there, the right hand side. There's going to be 10 supplements in there. And I'm going to completely forget that they're in the corners to the left. I'm going to run right past them. They're there. I thought, completely forgot where they were here. So bear with me a moment. I will remember. There we go. 10 supplements. And then we're going to head into the hospital. So go in the front door. There are a lot of enemies here. Again, I have cleared everybody out. So if you're going to want to stealth this, good luck trying to find all these items and stealth it. Go right to the back, look for the light, go left, and then look for this medical research. And there we go, 7 more supplements. So you're going to move on. There's a door just past where we were, past the room where we were. We've just gone through it. You're going to close it off. Head up these stairs, go through the left door, and then look for a door on the left, directly ahead of you. And there's another note. And then we're going to go on to the final one now. So as you drop through the vent, after hearing Ice Cube, you're going to drop through the vent, and then turn around, and there's going to be 11 supplements, and that is it. The next subchapter, St. Mary's Hospital, has no collectibles, so I'll see you in Seattle day 3. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.